All right, we're going to do a quick video on how to edit your Desolates planet. So we hit 6 and 9 to enter edit mode. Sometimes the 3D models will come in huge and kind of take over the entire view space. So I'll use the middle mouse button to zoom quickly. I can use this to go in or out. And I'm going to go way out. And then I'm going to use the right button to move the window upwards and get some perspective on the planet. And use the left button to rotate my view. Now you can select NFTs by clicking on them in the screen, or you can go and find them from the search bar. Find my different mountains. I'm going to go back to the polar bear. And what I'm going to do with this guy is hide them. And one of the nice things about having multiple Desolates in the same wallet is that you can configure them separately. So they'll share the same list of NFTs, but you can choose to hide them or not separately. You can move them separately. They're very independent from a modification standpoint. You can also double click, and this will take you directly to the NFT. Sometimes it might be very zoomed in or zoomed out. Again, use the middle mouse button to move quickly in or out. That's another way to navigate around. Now for moving objects, there's a couple different ways. You can manually do it in the window to the top right, or you can use the arrows. There is a kind of a move in all directions in the center here, but I find that much harder to use. I generally stick with one axis at a time. You can watch how the object intersects with the ground to get a good feel for, is it matching the terrain correctly. Don't forget to save when you're done. I don't forget to mention that. You can flip into preview mode and then go back. You have the buttons here. Hit escape if you need to get back to your cursor. So that's movement. I'm going to find Katarina. So double click and go to her. I'm going to show rotation. So you can rotate up here. If I want to do 2D NFTs, or I want to position it very easily, you can mess around with this and get precise angles or things lined up in a row. But in this case, with most of my 3D editing, I'm going to use this rotation tool, and that way I can position it exactly in the direction that I choose. And then scaling. So again, you have another tool to scale manually. I probably wouldn't recommend it for something like a person. You're going to want to keep the proportions in line, but this is another NFT that came out very, very large. So you can see I have it reduced to 20%. If I were going to go back to original size, you can see this is quite big. Some other objects like mountains, might be a better fit for these types of things. You can make them as tall as you want, and they still look pretty good. You can also use this as well. So maybe say I wanted smaller mountains, but in case of the trees here, so I made them different. Wrong one. So in the mountains case here, I could make them maybe wide and low, and then reposition them as such. Cover a larger surface area. That's really it. Hope you guys enjoy this, and happy building. Thanks.